Good morning, everyone. Good day, good day. How are we? Thank you for coming. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for your returned visits and your comments and interactions and likes and shares and all that stuff. So, yeah, we'll just go straight into a message today, alright? So, Holy Spirit, Holy Ancestors, Holy Spirit guides. What does the collective need to know today? What does the collective need to know? What's happening out here for our collective? What's new, collective? What's new? There's definitely been a whole shift in the energy, right? There's still, I feel like there's still a lot of these underlying stories that have been coming out over and over and over again, and it's been like going on forever and ever and ever. Never seems to come to an end, but I feel that we actually are coming to an end. We've got a huge shift. So what we've got to do is not focus on any of those negative energies of the past, all right? So whatever is going on in the background is going on in the background. So we're trying not to tap into that. We're going to try and tap into moving forward, okay? Holy Spirit, can you help us move forward, please? In a new era, a new we shifted paradigms, right? Shifting in this, or we've just shifted into, like some of us have elevated to the extent of, all possibilities have been I don't know how to say it, like understood or realized. Like that's the thing, when one elevates to a certain level, it's realizing and being conscious of all possibilities, right? All possibilities, and then focusing on what the possibility, the path that we choose of those different parallels, because these are like parallel worlds as such. And so when you can see each one, like whatever scenario could be, right? It's being able to see all the different scenarios in a situation, right? And then deciding on which path do we take, right? By understanding and seeing all parallel universes, right? All the different types of scenarios that could pan out, all possibilities. Focus on the possibility that best suits you, all right? So what possibility, what path, what turns could your life take? What possibilities could there be at this current time? So looking at this current time and all possibilities, that anything that is a possibility, and finding the correct possibility, all right? And focus on that one that best suits your frequency, or best suits you, right? At this current time, rather than, and so we focus on that. What is the best possibility? What is the best outcome could be? What could the best outcome be in any scenario? All right, and we focus on that one path that is the best, the highest value possibility. You understand? And then you focus on that direction, and how that possibility can come about. So then when you're going into your meditations or whatever, or you just going within and, you know, contemplation, you know, I mean, you can do that anywhere, right? You can do that going for walks, or just as long as you can get into a peaceful place, and then you can focus and visualize on what steps need to be taken to be able to step into that new paradigm, or that new possibility, the new for the greatest good, right? For the best outcome. What's the best possibility for you to elevate? So let's focus on that, right? Mm-hmm. So what's the best possibility here, Holy Spirit? Let's see what comes out with that word first. Okay, what's the best possibility? Iona, goddess of the moon. Virgins. This is a moving back to a pure intention, a cleansing of the moon, a cleansing of the virgins, right? This is the Iona, goddess of the moon. Got mental health at the bottom of the card. Mm-hmm. The best possibility. This is the cleansing. And I think we're in a new moon phase at the moment, so that's the best time to manifest. It's the best time to visualize and, you know, put your desires and, you know, what you want to manifest out there, right? Put it out there in your imagination, put it out there in your thoughts. And then what will return is, you know, like the next steps to take to move forward in that direction you choose after a cleansing, a purifying of energy. Okay. Do a little bit one here, because if I've got one of those sound forks, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool for clearing the energy, right? There you go. Cleansing all the chakras. I already did my chakra cleanse and my card cleanse with this, so this is actually a good little tool. To shift the frequency. So like when you use frequency, you use sound frequency, what happens is like everything, all frequencies vibrate with a specific pattern, right? And every cell in our bodies, or every item around us, you know, like everything, right, has a frequency pattern. Everything's vibrating, and everything has a specific pattern. So I have explained this before, but let me explain it again for those who don't know, or you know. Anyway, so everything has a frequency. Like if you look at a water droplet or a snowflake under the microscope, you know how they have a beautiful pattern, right? And when that's in perfect alignment, that pattern, it's holding the correct frequency, right? It's a finished pattern. It's got no breaks in it or anything like that. So in our bodies, we have, you know, every single cell and every single part of our body has patterns, right? And so when we get blockages in our bodies, or you know, like any illnesses or whatever, it means that the cells in the system, the patterns got out of alignment, right? So the pattern will be broken. It's not like a full, perfect snowflake as such, you know what I mean? So when you use your frequencies, it realigns, so it will shake those, all your cells and whatnot back into its alignment, so with the correct frequencies you can heal all kinds of ailments and whatnot, because it's just that frequencies out of alignment. So, and that's what happens when you are clearing your chakras. You know, each one of those chakras generates out, right? So when you clear the energy of each chakra, it shakes the patterns back into the correct alignment and get your whole body back into balance, right? And so like when you're doing your exercise and dance and that kind of thing, you're realigning everything in your body to have a correct stack, if you know what I mean, you know? But it puts everything back into shape. It makes that pattern perfect again. And so you can do that with your drinking water and stuff like that. And then when you drink it, that does the same sort of thing because the frequency expands within you. So if you heal your water, you can do that with frequency as well. So you can actually hook up your water to a sound frequency, you know, like a generator, and you can heal your water and get its and then look at it in the microscope, and then you'll be able to see if the patterns of the particle in the water are a perfect pattern. Then you know your water is clean or healed, and that will heal the inside of your body when you drink it. Okay, and with intention, because the intention and the frequency we put out of our mind, whether positive or negative, that's also how we align the insides of ourselves, is with the frequency we send out from our brain. You know, that's electromagnetic pulse. It's an electromagnetic pulse that we generate with our minds, right? And so the thought patterns and whatnot that we have can be healing, or it can be destroying. So you've got to choose, right? And this is why we want to choose what paradigm we're going to select, or what parallel world do we want, what out of all possibilities that can happen in any scenario that you may be in front of right now. What's the best scenario that you choose? And so the thought patterns go to the best, the most positive, the best outcome for oneself, and that's what you focus on. So if you're thinking about what is the worst outcome that can be for yourself, that is detrimental to yourself, and then your pattern in your whole body system will start to fail, and you know, you'll go like this, you know, and you know, this sort of look here, right? Like this is, you're totally out of alignment, right? Your frequency is like so down. And if you think about all the negative things and all the nastiness and just anything that's just like, bleh, right? that's what is going to generate more of, and that makes you sick because everything gets out of balance, everything gets heavy and makes you tired. And but at the end of the day, it's a choice about the way we think, because whatever we're thinking, we're projecting. So whatever our thoughts are, it's a frequency, just like that, right? Just like how we hit this, and it generates a frequency, a wave out, you know, like a sound wave out, right? Your brain does the same thing with your thoughts, and then what that runs into is what we will receive back. You know, like what is projected out in with our thoughts is the pattern that we're going to receive. Do you understand? So you have to think of the highest good, you know, and that's the parallel world. The highest possibility is what we want to think of. That's what we want to send out with our mind. Okay? I hope you'll understand where I'm coming from. And look, like, I love this. So on the top of the deck. Look at that. Now, is that a good possibility? Somebody's little house, a little white, it's not a white picket fence, but in this case it's a black one, but it doesn't matter, right? And there's a couple of people here and a puppy and a beautiful river and mountains You know, the hearth is burning with the smoke coming out and the birds are flying, and I'm sure there's a whole lot else going on there too, alright? So is that the best possibility that we want to, for ourselves? You know, what is it that you actually want? And, you know, Spirit's saying, take the trash out. And what does that mean? Witchcraft. Somebody could be a rooster. The Chinese zodiac of the rooster could be. Now, when people talk about witchcraft, that can be what it is just the thoughts that they're projecting. Because that's a frequency that they can send, you know, people send it to other people, you know what I mean, when it comes to negativity. Because somebody's a troublemaker here and they're a happiness hater. So this could be this person, whoever this rooster is, has got a mouth. Oh, shit, somebody's got a mouth. So somebody's talking a whole lot of shit on someone. So Spirit's saying, take the trash out, get rid of any connections to people that may be doing this type of witchcraft. So it's an intention, right? So if somebody's thinking a whole lot of bad-ish on anyone in the collective, right? This troublemaker is going on here, right? This is what we call witchcraft. But people go a step further, right? And they do a whole lot of rituals and all sorts of shit when they want to project onto people, right? But this is coming from the mouth, so this is the spoken word. So somebody's a troublemaker with their words, okay? Somebody could be saying that about the collective. Somebody could be saying that the collective is doing this. But think about that, right? Like, think about what's being said, all right? The storm is over. Oh, look. The end. That's funny. The storm is over, the trash has been taken out, and it's the end. So, the end. That's the end of that story. That's the end of that cycle. Alright? What else here? So, this is looking good so far, because we've taken the trash out, you know, there's no more of that shit, right? Because we're just not going to allow it, because we're just going to focus on our, you know, highest good. What is it? That humility. Somebody's got some insurance. Somebody could be getting some sort of insurance. This is insurance. That's interesting because, you know, like with insurance, I'm always like very dubious with insurance companies, right? Because if you're putting, say if you get life insurance, it's almost like putting it out there that you're going to get sick, you know, health insurance and stuff like that. It's like signing a document saying, I'm going to get sick. That's sending the frequency out, right? I find that too, like even with things like, you know how cigarette packets have got like pictures of, you know, negative, you know, things that can happen to you if you smoke. I'm not saying it's a good thing to smoke, right? But what I'm saying as an example for negative projections, it's like putting that visual into somebody's mind and it's saying, I'm going to be doing this, right? I'm going to smoke, and so then in my mind, I'm going to get lung cancer. So you can actually be manifesting the lung cancer with that thought. You see what I'm saying? So it's actually really not a good, you know, and a lot of people do know about this type of witchcraft, you know what I mean? And insurance companies, it's the same thing. It's like insuring yourself. And we've got jealousy here. It's like an insurance, you know, it's like ensuring you're gonna get sick, ensuring your life, you're going to die, or we are going to die, right? But, you know, we don't want to die prematurely. So, you know, we want to be able to live this life that we have in our physical body, you know. So, I'm just saying, right? I'm not saying to do this or do that. I'm just saying the way things manifest with the mind, and if you're actually doing a ritual of signing a document, it's like signing your life away, you know. And that does leave us open also for people to, you know, like take life insurance out on their family members and you know, can do things to them for the money, because there's a lot of sick people that live for money, right, that are out there, right? You know, a lot of people with no humility. Humility is in reverse, right? So clarify this insurance. Institution is in reverse. Clarify what else here, Spirit? The law is in reverse. Invest. Yeah, so we're talking about investing in somebody's investing in insurance. Could be like housing insurance as well, like, you know, house insurance. Somebody's house, somebody's investment, you know, because I mean, you can't get a loan without, see, they force you, like, you can't get a loan without investing in insurance, right? Like income insurance even. I mean, you can be signing a death warrant for your own loss of employment. You know what I mean? You know, to invest in insurance that can sorry, I'm just Luna, just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So we've got insurance and invest. So somebody might be investing in a house and investing in. We've got Bitcoin rise. So somebody might be having a financial rise, but somebody, yeah, we've got a ball and chain. Got Bendigo, could be a bank. This could be the end of a bank. Somebody's tied to a bank. Lost cause, greed. There's a snake here. And a wedding. So this could all be significant. So we've got a ball and chain. Somebody could be tying a knot. Somebody could be getting married, because we've got weddings out here. The bank, we've got Bendigo, could be the bank. They've got Bitcoin rise, so somebody might actually be actually making some money out of some Bitcoin, or this could be any kind of financial investment here, because we've got investment, Bitcoin rise, we've got the Bendigo, which is Bendigo Bank, or it could be the place, and we've got the insurance here. But somebody's got a ball and chain, which means somebody could be tied to an investment. Somebody's saying there's a lost cause because somebody was greedy. They're a snake. And then we got a wedding. Purification of a house. Somebody needs to purify a house. Somebody might have just bought a house and they need to purify it. They need to cleanse it. They need to clean it. They need to, you know, like smoke it or something like that. You know? Do a smoke cleansing, a saging, or somebody needs to clean their house. Someone needs to cleanse their house. And this could be their investment. Alright? I think we'll do the crows today. Sorry about the dog in the background, it's just that there's people standing around outside. They usually stop here and wait for, people meet up. It's always a meeting place here, and they stand out in the car park there and wander around and, cause the dog to get upset. Okay. I mean, she's very friendly towards them when she goes out there, but, I can't have her running around out there with all the people. Whatever. So we do have a Ten of Swords in reverse, so somebody could be juggling. They may have tried to do something here, but it's left them in a juggling situation, like somebody's done something. This could be a bit of a karma response, or, like cause and effect, like an effect, some sort of karmic effect is in play. There's a man out there who keeps throwing stones around, like it's annoying. He's almost a young man, he's just doing it, throwing it at a pole, like he's not doing any harm, but it's giving me some tension. So there's a negative vibe. I need to cleanse my energy now. 3 of, see, it's throwing rocks at a thingy there. 3 of wands. I just realised I was here. 3 of wands. Somebody waiting for their ships to come in. Oh, somebody's heartbroken. Okay, so he's realised I'm here, so he's stopped. That's good. I'll just do a little quick live again. Let's clear the energy again. Let's bring that good vibe back, right? You see how people around us can just affect our energy like that, just from their vibe. He changed it as soon as he seen me. I think he seen me, he must have done. It looked like he did. Or maybe he just got my vibe. Yeah. It created a tension in all of my body. So another good way to clear the energy, like when you're out and about and you experience something like negative, like say a bit of car rage, road rage or something like that, it can leave a residue of a negative energy on us, right? So the dog's doing it to me too now. Anyway, so when say somebody drives past and screams some obscenities at you or whatever, and it's a blast of negative energy, and it sticks to you, and so then you need to release it, right? So a lot of people will get all hyped up about it, and then the next person they see, they go and vent and then pass that same negative energy onto the next person, you know what I mean? So what you've got to do is you've got to sort of like ground yourself, get it back into alignment, and a good way to do it is just to get a bit of water, and you can just put it on the crown of your head, right? And you feel this coolness, and you let it go through the hair so it's really on the skin, on the top of the crown, and just let it go. And wash it, let it wash through, and it will just flow off, okay? So you don't have to carry that tense energy with you anymore. So yeah, so if you're experiencing any of those tensions, and it comes from intentions, or like of other people's negative energy, can sit on your body, right? And I'm feeling it from a person that's wandering around outside there. That's where I'm getting it from right now. So I have to keep my aura strong to keep that energy away from affecting me physically. Bendigo and the House. So the heartbreak is that somebody feels like they're tied to a ball and chain. This could be a projection of somebody who's bought a house. Somebody else could be projecting that, this comes from jealousy, right? We did see the jealousy card out before. Somebody needs to purify their energy because somebody is projecting negative energy on their manifestations. So somebody's waiting for what they got coming in. Somebody's got a house. Somebody might be buying a house, right? And somebody else is putting a heavy energy, projecting a heavy energy on somebody else because they have invested, right? They have invested possibly in a house, and somebody is projecting the ball and chain. Like, it's like saying, somebody going, oh yeah, so-and-so's bought a house, oh yeah, but now they'll be tied to it, you know what I mean? And now that's going to be a ball and chain for the rest of their life. You know, that negative, no, you know, it doesn't even matter. Say if somebody invests in a house, right? They buy a house, they spend a whole lot of money on rent as it is, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's always, you just paying for someone else's house, right? So if you buy in a house, it doesn't even matter if you lose a house, because it's like paying rent to have a house, a roof over your head anyway, and not really worrying about those negative aspects of it. Yeah, well, if you lose it, you lose it, and then you get on and you make some decisions and rebuild, right? Rather than going, oh, what if, because if you don't, if you keep what ifing, you're not going to do a damn thing, right? And you're going to be stuck in a one ball and chain situation, because that's what's in the mind, right? But to be successful, somebody else could go, well, what if we make a fortune tomorrow and then we can pay the house off completely? How about thinking that way instead, right? The best case scenario that can happen is what we want to think, is what we want to manifest, and that's what we focus on. Because it doesn't matter, at the end of the day, even if you lose your job and lose a house, there'll be a reason for it, there'll be a lesson in it, and there'll be something better that comes, you know what I mean? You lose something, it means you're meant to, and that you will receive in a different kind of way, and that's just the way it works. So we do have an Ace of Cups in reverse here, so somebody doesn't love somebody's idea maybe, or somebody doesn't love someone. That could be another negative projection that somebody could be projecting on somebody. Somebody could be saying to somebody, oh, that person doesn't love you, you know, like, what the fuck? Or that person's not really in love. This is fucked up. You know, somebody's got a really bad attitude here. I'm sorry about my language, but they have, and they're really doing some negative projections, and that's what I would actually call witchcraft. Someone needs to go within. Somebody shine a light on something. Yeah, Hierophant in reverse. So it could be a Hierophant in reverse, could be a Taurus that's negatively projecting on someone. What is this lost cause on the Bendigo? Insurance. A lost cause. Maybe somebody's not getting some insurance that they expected. Because of their own negative projections. Something ended. Somebody's lost something. Somebody's lost love. Something's ended. So it's like somebody was waiting for something to come in, right? With the Three of Wands. Here. They're heartbroken. Because some love is ended. With the Death card. And there's a lost cause. So some people's turned up, so hopefully they'll go soon. Yeah, they're having a changeover, you know, like they always have these things here, you know, somebody's waiting for somebody and then somebody gets into the other person's car and goes, whatever. Why am I even worrying about that? So somebody's stability is in reverse here. And their money. Their work, Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. Their work, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody could be losing a home. But this could be what somebody's projecting on someone. A Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody who is unstable. Somebody's projecting instability on somebody's life. Somebody could be saying that somebody is a lost cause. They'll never have anything. They won't have love. They won't have a house. Clarify lost cause. This person's going to be a lost cause because this is what they're projecting on someone else. Lost cause. Clarify this lost cause. Somebody could be also saying that somebody's greedy. That could be another projection, right? Deception is in reverse. Yeah, it's a deception. It's not working. It's a lost cause. The deception that somebody's trying to project onto somebody's life is a lost cause. That's what the lost cause is. Something's not ended. Yeah, they haven't ended somebody. They're not left out in the cold. No, then we've got regret here. Somebody's regretting doing these projections. Oh dear, I've got to do a lot of cleansing here. Like, this could be a lot of people. This could be people trying to project on me right now through these videos, right? These videos are delayed though. Like, I'm going to keep my throat chakra clear, right? And my downloads, my seeing. I heard seeing is believing. Yeah. Okay. I feel like I'm together. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. I just heard again somebody's projecting someone's demise. This is what's going on, right? I was hoping this was going to be a positive, moving forward energy, but this is it. Somebody's trying to move forward, and this has been going on for ages. And somebody keeps projecting this negative energy on someone, right? We've got invest and we've got greed. So somebody could be saying, or somebody's investing, therefore they're greedy because they're investing in themselves. That's stupid, right? Like, what the fuck? So somebody's here. Somebody got their guard down. Somebody is saying that somebody's greedy because they're investing. Investing in themselves. We've got 3-3 here. Oh, I see 3-3-3. It's significant. 33, significant. That's that high level for frequency, right? Ascended Master. 33. This is who they're projecting on. Somebody who's of high frequency. Somebody's an ascended master, and that's who somebody is projecting on. Well, they're gonna get well, they could be, oh shit, they may be experiencing no love and death. I meaning somebody's love could have died. Somebody could have lost a love, and physically and just emotionally. It depends. Take it as it resonates. I'm sorry, I'm not projecting, right? I'm just reading the cards, the energy. Clarify the investment and the greed. Bad investment at the bottom of the deck. I think that was in reverse. I'll have to spin that. So we've got a Queen of Pentacles, could be an Earth sign, could be a Taurus, could be a Capricorn, could be a, I think this is a Capricorn, this is somebody stable. This person's stable at this time, they're earthed, you know what I mean, they've got their feet on the ground. But somebody's projecting this no love and ending on someone. Somebody's saying somebody's not a star. So somebody, this is what somebody's doing. Somebody's saying that somebody's not a star, that them investing in themselves is greedy. That's what somebody's saying about somebody. 9 of Cups. Somebody's wish fulfillment. Somebody's got all their fruit in their cups. So somebody's got full cups, right? They've got full cups, so they're investing. Somebody's got what it takes. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody's got what it takes, and somebody's investing. But somebody's saying that somebody is not a star. This could be an Aquarius. Yeah, it's just somebody saying that somebody's not a star, they're greedy, you know what I mean? But this is a negative projection. So somebody's been told to clear their energy, right? That's why I keep clearing, right? Keep clearing. And keep clearing the house of negative energy, because that's what somebody's projecting at, is somebody's house. Somebody needs to clear their energy out of the house. You can do it like that, right? You know, that's how you clear energy, negative energy away from your house, right? Oh, yeah, somebody's trying to temper somebody's success and their love as well. They're trying to bring an end to somebody's love as well. Bitcoin rising snake. Got a snake, a chariot, and a high priestess in reverse. So here's your witch. Somebody's moving away from a witch. So chariot is here. Somebody's chariot is here. The chariot. Now, that was what I had in my dream state the other day, came up as I was on my awakening, out of my dream state, was I've seen the chariot and it was coming full pelt towards someone. The chariot, it's a lot of energy, right? Like being pushed towards somebody. But this is in the good way and the bad way. So somebody's getting a lot of good, could be getting a lot of good karma, but this is what somebody's projecting onto somebody's good karma. So somebody's got some good things coming in, and somebody else is projecting heavily onto what someone's got coming in. And this is a high priestess in reverse. This person's a snake. So we've got the snake card here. They need to move on to calmer waters with the Six of Swords, because they're going to come undone otherwise. Somebody could be the zodiac sign of the snake. Or we're seeing the rooster as well before. So there's a high priest here in reverse, and they need to move on. There's a lot of movement here anyway. This I've got movement on either side. So we've got the chariot here. We've got the Six of Swords over here with the moving to calmer waters, right? The flow. And the chariot's moving towards that flow. But in between is this high priestess who's it's like stopping something. Like she's got this energy that's like a boom gate come down on somebody's flow. You know what I mean? Boom, you know, I like how you're doing that. And that's that ball and chain energy here. This is like some chaining someone up to the boom gates so that they don't flow, so they can't move to calmer waters. With Bitcoin rise here, this is what somebody's invested in. Somebody's invested heavily in just stopping somebody else's flow, somebody else's investments. You know, what somebody's got coming in here. Because at the top of this reading here, we've got the Three of Wands, you know, which is the ships coming in. So somebody's waiting for their ships to come in because they've invested well, right? And they want to get to move to the calmer waters, right? So they want to flow and get that energy flow. So it's like getting one into the other here. It's like he's sitting on the wharf and he's just waiting for the boat to come in. Let me put this one in between. Right? He's standing on the wharf waiting for his ships to come in. The ship comes and he jumps on the ship, and then he's flowing over the water to calmer waters to the Six of Swords. You see that movement? And that High Priestess energy is somehow stuck that in between. So that's from the beginning of the read, and this is like at the end of the spread, right? And in between we've got heartbreak, we've got loss of love and death, and you know, the lost cause, but the deception's in reverse. You know, there's for this Queen of Pentacles that's, you know, firmly on her throne. This person is, you know, she's on her game, right? But somebody's blocking it, like, and saying, with negative energy, saying this person is greedy. You know, they're investing in themselves. You know, and that's what somebody's saying, to block someone. That's the projection. And it could be like to make someone feel guilty. They could, right? They could be saying these things to try and to guilt trip somebody for actually investing in themselves. So somebody's moving to calmer waters to this wedding over here. So what is this wedding? Ooh. Ten of Pentacles. Now, I'm hoping that this was going to come out. It's come out sideways, right? With the invest in Bitcoin on the side. This is the negative energy that somebody's projecting on somebody's wedding. Somebody's going, this is like someone going, oh, it's going to cost too much money. Or somebody could be saying, maybe somebody being very extravagant in their wedding investment. You only do this once in a lifetime, right? Somebody wants to invest in their marriage. This is an investment in someone's marriage. Somebody could have said, oh, that's right. So somebody could have said about somebody's marriage that it was for investment. Somebody's marriage was for investment. That's what somebody's projecting on somebody's wedding. That's a bit fucked up. All right, Luna, I'll let you out. Just a minute. I'll let her out because the people are gone now. Okay, so sorry, I'm back again. 40. Yeah, 4040. Oh, I just seen on the clock. Shh. So yes, this is somebody's abundance here. They're not stuck. Somebody's got their boundaries up. So yeah, this is somebody projecting on somebody's marriage and their investments, their love and their investments. Somebody's negatively projecting that somebody was just getting married because they're greedy. It's just annoyed me. People should just get out of other people's business, right? Like, what the hell? Marriage. Somebody waiting for their ships to come in. Shh. Sorry. Okay, what's the thought? Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to go. Yeah, changes here. Just a minute. Oh my goodness, so many interruptions, right? Okay, so clarify the Three of Swords, please. The heartbreak. This is what they're projecting. The good Lord. We've got 5 with change, and I've seen the Chariot again, the house. So somebody was good to somebody, yeah. And somebody's trying to project negativity on somebody being generous. Yeah. They're negatively projecting on somebody's generosity. And it's causing heartbreak for somebody. Or they're just trying to cause heartbreak. It's like trying to change. This is somebody here trying to shift somebody's energy. So somebody's got some positive things happening. Somebody's got some positive energy happening. And somebody's trying to change that positive shift for somebody. Yeah, the good Lord. So somebody was generous. So somebody was, you know, like generous and giving good energy, and somebody else was putting negativity onto that to try and break somebody's or investment, or trying to break somebody's you know, pleasure in actually achieving something here, and with their love. This is right. Ace of Cups. We've got Judgment or Courtship in reverse. This could be court, right? Like, and with the Death card here, this is somebody wanting to end somebody's courtship, somebody's love. Well, this was poor judgment. This was poor judgment on somebody's life. Clarify the Death energy. Sad news. Somebody trying to create sadness for someone. That's what they're doing. Number 14, 1 and 4, that's a 5, and we've got 5, 5 here. And 23, so we've got 5, 5, 5. 23 is a 5. 5, 5, 5. That's change. Sadness. Somebody projecting sadness onto someone. It's like saying, somebody's being generous to somebody or good to somebody, and somebody else is projecting that there's got to be like something sinister behind it or bad behind it, you know, like projecting sadness and, oh, you know, this person doesn't really love this person, they're just doing it because they're greedy and want to invest because they're gold diggers. Something like that. Clarify the 7 of Swords in reverse. So whatever they're projecting, it's false, right? And somebody's got unexpected money coming in. So it's a lost cause. Whatever they're projecting, it's not working. 27, that breaks down to a 9, so that's the end of that cycle. Somebody was trying to end somebody's new cycle. They're positive, and they're trying to drag them back into this negative lack energy, or self-sabotaging energy. Queen of Pentacles, clarify this Queen of Pentacles. A main male, could be a Taurus energy. So it's a male, this is a man. This man could be the person that is being projected upon, or it can be the person that's doing the projecting. Somebody could be saying it's a lost cause. Yeah. Somebody's marriage is a lost cause. Somebody's investments. The star is in reverse. Clarify the star in reverse. The house. Could be an Aquarius. Could be an Aquarius house. It could be an Aquarius who's doing that. Yeah. To somebody's house. Somebody projecting onto somebody's house. Yeah, this could be an Aquarius. It's like doom and gloom attitude, right? Somebody's projecting that onto somebody's marriage and investment in a house. And it's coming from, it could be coming from an Aquarius projecting onto a Taurus or Capricorn, or a Virgo. Take it as it resonates, right? This could be a male, a man that's projecting, but it also could be somebody projecting on a main male. Okay, Nine of Cups. There's somebody sitting in their Nine of Cups. They're abundant. They've got stuff coming in and they've got accolades. So whoever this is going, screw them, they've achieved, right? They're holding up their cup and going, I don't even care if you're not going to go cheers and celebrate with me on my investments and in my love and in my marriage. This person's going to just accept their abundance anyway, and they're going to receive, regardless of the negative projections. Okay? They're moving forward in the Chariot. Oh, this is giving me like the Chariot, like somebody's just got married and they've got all the tin cans and everything on the back of the Chariot. Yeah, that's kind of happy. That's a happy feel, right? Yeah. But, and then there's a roadblock. It's like, I'm seeing, you know, like this, like an old fashioned car, you know, like a Tin Lizzie or something, with all the cans at the back, and the people are going down this track, and then somebody's put a roadblock in there, and it's this high priestess has put something in front of the road, like you know, they've set a trap, like they've put a tree falling across the road or something, and then they're going to ambush them or something, right? There's going to be an ambush. Oh my gosh, somebody's going to ambush someone? So they're going to put a roadblock in front of someone and then ambush them. Like, you take it as it resonates, like this is metaphoric, right? Someone trying to put a spanner in the works. Clarify the Chariot. But somebody gets past, or maybe they get in a boat, they get out of the block and then get in a boat. That's funny. So they get out of the Chariot and then they get in a boat. Oh, that's right, because at the beginning I said someone was waiting at the wharf. How interesting. So maybe somebody is going to do that. We've got the living room in the reverse and we've got a main female. So somebody was in their Chariot. Maybe that's the roadblock. The living room in reverse. Sorry about the dog. Somebody's out there again. The living room in reverse. So somebody got out of their comfort zone and got in their chariot and moved. So they took the action that they needed to take. Anyway, regardless of whatever the obstacles were going to be that were put in front of somebody. Somebody was very aware of the obstacles, and therefore they were able to steer around them and get on a boat. It's like the road came to a dead end because there was a bridge broken or something like that, and so then they got in the boat and went up the river. It's something like that. You know, like they got past the obstacle and were able to keep going because they you know, did something in a different way. You know, like getting out of the chariot and getting into the boat. You know what I mean? So they just shifted the way of moving, and then they're walking straight into big luck. So somebody's yeah, and that's where this wedding is. So there's a marriage, and this can be like an actual marriage, a formal marriage, or it could be like a business partnership. It can be some sort of connection, some sort of marriage, some sort of coming together. Doesn't necessarily mean an actual wedding, but it can be, right? So the big luck here, so clarify the big luck on a journey. So this is the new beginning, number 10, right? The journey. So this is a new journey. Moving forward is going to be luck. And this is the new cycle. That's what this is. This journey is the new cycle. And for somebody, it's a physical journey. It's a journey of luck. Someone's moving into a brand new era whilst somebody else is grieving about somebody's partnership. Being stable. Yeah. Somebody's grieving about somebody's partnership being stable. That's crazy, right? Well, we did see that jealousy card. That's what this is. It's all just a jealousy thing. And it seems, well, that's what's going on, right? So let's see if we can get an outcome, a final. Well, we've got an outcome because we've just moved into a new cycle. Because didn't I say that? I think we should just leave it right here. Because that's ending on a good positive note. Because we want to be just thinking about what is the best case scenario. Of whatever parallels of all possibilities. What is the one that we want to focus on? Okay, and this is it. So big luck on this new journey. That's what somebody's got. They've got accolades. They've got high honour. They've got luck, despite the obstacles that somebody put in the way of somebody. They're moving into their new cycle, into their new journey with a lot of good karma. Okay, so this is a good message in the end. So we don't want to focus on those negative projections. We're just going to focus on the success. All right, of the best case scenario. That's it. So I'll leave it right there because that's a good way to end. Okay, and. Please have a lovely and blessed day, and I'll see you again in the next one.